Hi friends, welcome to Oka Programming YouTube channel. There is one common use case or common error which generally customers are facing when they are creating Windows forms. When you first time create a Windows forms, it is going to show that labels and everything, font, everything in a blur fashion actually. So how to fix that error? That's what I am going to explain in this video. Let me practically show you what I mean. So let me try to go to this file menu in Visual Studio 2022 under new. Let me hit new project and here let me try to select this Windows Form .NET Framework version type template here to create my Windows Form. Let me hit next and this is Windows Form app 2. I am fine with this name. Let me hit create button to create this Windows Form application here. So once the application gets created, it will get one Windows form, whatever you are seeing here, form 1. And also, if I go to Solution Explorer, let me go to Solution Explorer from the menu. So if you can find from the view menu Solution Explorer, and in the Solution Explorer, you can see there is program.cs file and also form1.cs file. So let me go to this form1.cs design file, and here let me try to get a toolbox. From the toolbox, let me try to have two simple controls, maybe one label. So let me use label here and right, and for this label, let me go to properties and let's try to use text like maybe first name, okay, first name, enter. And then maybe let's try to use another label here, okay, let me drag and drop another label, and for the label 2, I am using like maybe last name, okay. So I'm not doing anything. I'm just simply using two labels here. Now let me hit the start to run this WinForm application, and let's closely observe our form how it will actually look like. So if you see here, right now my form is blurred actually. So let me zoom this little bit, and if you closely observe, you see the font is not correct actually. It is come in a blurred fashion, right? So why this blur is coming and how to fix it? So to fix is actually there is very simple thing actually. There is couple of lines of code which you need to add to program.cs file actually. So in the program.cs file, you will have a class called program in which you will have a main function from where the execution will actually starts. Okay. So in this function, actually you have to define some settings actually. So we all know that. Let me practically explain you what I mean firstly. So there is something called DPI setting. DPI means dots per inch. So usually in the Windows, so on top of Windows OS, you are opening this Windows form, right? So every dot per inch, there is some UI, there is some user interface magic will happen that will calculate or that will take all these DPI settings and create your form on the OS actually. So that setting need to be set correctly so that you won't see that blur. Let me practically explain you that the first step will be in the form properties. Go to form properties and you see something here called auto scale mode. You can see here auto scale mode. So this one you first set to DPI. That means dots per unit. Okay, so let me stop execution of this form first and then let me change this to DPI, dots per inch. So let me save these changes. Once you set it, go to program.cs file. Let me close all these windows here. So inside program.cs, here what you have to do is you have to first declare one function actually. So that function you have to declare from another assembly. So there is something called users32.dll assembly. So this assembly will actually contains all Windows API related functions. So on top of Windows only, you are drawing that Windows that WinForm, right? So that is the reason from this DLL, and which this DLL will actually contain all the functions related to Windows API. So use that DLL. In that DLL, you have a function called set process DPI aware. So to the process, I am giving the awareness of the DPI. That means dots per inch. So by giving that awareness, my process knows how exactly to draw the Windows form, and it will draw without any blur. I will practically show you that. So let me copy this code here and let me paste it here. So what I am doing it here, if you closely observe, I am using this external keyword will actually help you to refer any function which is available externally in some other assembly. In this case, from this DLL, I am referring that particular function into this class called program class. Okay, so that's the reason I am using this external keyword and referring that particular function, this function, in my class called program. So that means think like now you have this function that will set the process of the DPI. I mean, to the process, it will set the DPI awareness. So once you set that, what you can do inside your main function where your program execution will start, here you see the OS version, main version. If it is greater than 6, then call this function to set the DPI awareness for the process. Once you do it, since you are already set the properties of auto scale mode to DPI, it will automatically take care of, you can see here, we already set to DPI. So it will automatically take care of drawing the WinForm without any blurs. So let me go here. So here what I need to do is, if, let me copy this code also, if environment.os version greater than or equals to 6, then set process DPI aware. So if my OS version, major OS version is greater than or equals to 6, then I am setting this DPI awareness to the process. How I am setting? By externally referring to the function using this DLL. So this DLL contains this function. So I am referring that function from the DLL. That is the reason I am using external keyword. And whenever you use that, you need to make sure to use the static keyword as well. And this will do my job. So let me save these changes. Now if I start my Windows Form application execution, you will see there is no blur on the Windows Form. Now if you closely observe, now I am getting my font currently. So let me zoom this here. Now if you closely observe, you can see it is coming without any blurs, right? So that's how you can actually fix this blur nature of the Windows Forms whenever you are creating a Windows Form application. I hope this video is very useful to you. Thanks for watching. Have a nice day.